What is up, everybody? Man, it is a good. I can see the sky outside. It's blue. It's for the first time. We had DNA on Sunday. We had 20 people signed up, and we ended up having like 12 people be in the room. And of those 12, 5 of them either are new to our staff or are married to someone new to our staff. So it's like we basically had no one come to DNA because they were just like, dude, it's nice outside. We're canceling. We're not going to this thing. It's super great out. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm talking to you today about week 4 of Help. We have our last week of the series as we are finishing up the story of Moses. And I've been saying this to the kids on the videos. I've been saying this to the kids in person. Not that this week is my favorite story in the Bible, but this week might be the funniest story in the Bible. It's certainly up there. It is the story of this is a weird transition to humor. Every firstborn son in Egypt has just died. Ha! Classic comedy. And the Israelites are set free, and Moses leads them across the Red Sea, and Pharaoh's army is swallowed up, and they are now free, and they just watched God do all this amazing stuff. They just watched the 10 plagues happen. They just watched the Red Sea part. They just watched God stop Pharaoh's army. And now they're in the wilderness, and they go, now we're thirsty. And their major complaint is like, we need something to drink. And so they go ask Moses. And our big idea is that God helps us help others. And so God is now using Moses to help the Israelites. And he goes, here's what you need to do in order to get clean water. And so they get the water. They're like, well, yeah, we have water, but we're hungry now. And so Moses goes and talks to God, and he says, I'm going to send bread from heaven. And so he sends this manna, and they're eating the bread, and they go, well, this is great and all, but there's no meat here. And like they just continue to complain the whole time. And at one point, this is what I think is the favorite part, is that Moses, it says they go and talk to Moses and complain a third time. And Moses, or I guess a fourth time, because then they complain again about the water situation. And Moses just turns to God and he says these words, what do you want me to do with these people? Like he gets so fed up. And like they're complaining to Moses, like they say these words of, why didn't you just leave us in Egypt? Like, why would you bring us out here? And it's like, they have been slaves they've lived in Egypt for 400 years, and they are rescued, and they watch all these miracles happen, and they watch the plagues, and they watch the Red Sea, and then they watch the bad water get turned into good water, and the manna comes from heaven, and quail fly around, and all they do is swing a stick, and they'll hit one, and and they're still just complaining, like they've never had a good thing happen to them in their lives. And I just think it's really, really funny the way that all shakes down. Like Moses, as the leader of these people, just goes, I can't do this for you anymore. So we're going to talk about how we can help others, because sometimes when we help others, we get to this point where we just go, I don't know what to do about this. I feel that way with my own child. As a parent, I'm sure if anyone watching this has been to kids camp, at some point you've had that thought where you're like, I have these 8 kids and they follow me around, or they're supposed to follow me around, and I can't find one of them. And at a certain point you just go like, what am I supposed to do for these people? And so we're going to talk about the kids. What are we supposed to do for these people? How can we help others? Well, God helps us help others. And so that's our story for the week. And I'm very excited about it. I think it's a great story. Again, not like theologically monumental or anything. It's no like resurrection story, but so we're gonna open up with a game called 12 and 12. It's a memory game. We're gonna give you 12 seconds to look at 12 objects, and then you have to see how many items that you can remember afterwards. And then we'll do our memory verse, and then we will do one song, and then we'll have our story, and then we'll jump to the small groups. And this is where I'm gonna move my little camera box out of the way. So if when I look, it doesn't look like I'm looking in the right place, I apologize. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to read to kids some options that we have of what are some things that we can do to help others. And you're going to have them vote 1 through 5 just with their fingers. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how that works? And so you're going to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, your dad needs help picking up the dog poop in the backyard. How likely are you to want to help with that job? Like Can you say 0? That's a really gross job, and kids will go, ew, 1, ew. Your grandma asks you to help her unload groceries from the store. Your little sister needs help learning how to ride her bike. Your mom asks you to set the table before dinner. Those are kind of the opening intro ones. You can add your own, add a little spice there if you'd like. And you're just voting, hey, how likely are you to help set the table for dinner? Your mom asks, are you going to complain and go, no, I don't want to do that? Or are you like, man, you know what? That's a 4. That takes 12 seconds to put some plates and some silverware and some napkins on the table. So, says I'm sorry, I just got a text. I'm about to get a call, and I'm ignoring it. Okay. The next thing is we're gonna have big pieces of white butcher paper because white's the only color that we have right now. For today, I'm going to use this to show you. It's how did God help Moses and how does God help me? Because sometimes we really struggle to see how God helps us. We get stuck in our own minds. And so we're going to go, now let's look at how God helped Moses. Not just Moses today, but through the whole month. How did God help Moses? And then how did God help Moses help others? Well, first of all, the biggest thing he did is he saved Moses' life. Cool. So then you're going to write down, he saved Moses' life. Awesome. Saved life. How about when he said, man, I can't do this. He's talking to the burning bush. I can't do this. I'm not the guy. I don't speak well. And he says, well, hey, let me tell you this. I'm going to be with you. So he went with him, and he sent him with a helper. So you're going to write that stuff down. And then you're going to go, man, how has God helped you? And then kids are going to give answers. And if they get stuck, go, man, hey, have you ever been in this type of situation? Well, what happened? Did it work out well? Awesome. That's how God helped you. And you write it down, da-da-da-da-da, and then we'll have these boards going through the services. So that is the second activity. The third one is helpful words, where we have these here sticky notes, and kids are going to write helpful and encouraging words on them, and then they are going to stick them on their friends / on their people in their small groups. Please make sure every kid gets something stuck to them, because again, they'll be inclined to put them on their friends. But if I'm new and I come in and they go, hey, we're going to write down nice things. Oh man, you are kind, you are funny, you are smart, you are this, and then no one sticks one on me, I'm not going to care at the moment. I'm not going to complain about it, but I'm not going to be excited to come back. I'm going to be like, yeah, they talked about how great everyone was except for me. And so make sure that every kid gets stuck with at least one sticker. So there's that. And then the final activity, and this one is, you don't have to do this one, and you don't have to do this next one. You can, rotate them, whatever, is called Band-Aid Buddy. What's going to happen is you're going to take a Band-Aid from here, one for each kid. Don't worry, I have like a bunch of Band-Aids. And you're going to put it on a piece of paper that's been folded in half to make a card. You're going to draw, and let me just show you this really quick. So we're going to take one of these here Band-Aids, voila, and I'm not going to do the full thing of this only because I don't have a glue stick with me, because that will be important. Oh no, it's all crooked. Whoops. Okay, so you're going to stick a Band-Aid on like this, but then it turns out if you take that Band-Aid and you do this, and you draw, you can draw a little person, a little Band-Aid buddy, and then you put some googly eyes on it. And you give it some eyes, and then you're going to write a card. And so you're going to just write this card about how we're going to help others. You're going to ask someone if they need help. You're going to say, someone who needs encouragement. That's one way that we can help others. And so we're going to do that on those cards. And so again, you don't have to do this activity. You could do this activity. You don't have to do this activity. You could do this activity. So you have some options there, and maybe you can even split your groups and go, hey, half of my kids want to do each, and the other group goes, half of my kids want to do each, and you go, okay, cool, we're just going to switch groups really quick, and if you want to do this one, go over here. If you want to do this one, go over here. So that's the breakdown of the week, and then next week we get into our road trip series, which I have been putting together all this morning. Actually, I pieced together the first couple weeks just to get things off the ground. So if you have any questions, let me know. Holler at me. I will see you all very, very soon. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm super excited for this week. It's great small groups. It's a great story. It's going to be an awesome time. So have a great day, great week. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.